Hi and welcome to my channel. Today what we're gonna make lasagna. So we're gonna make lasagna the way I make it. This is my recipe that I do lasagna when I do it at my house. So we're gonna use 2 pounds of ground beef, and I already defrosted our ground beef. We're using half of a small onion, 2 pieces of garlic. We cut and dice 4 hot links, and I cooked them, and now we're gonna throw that on our lasagna when we make our lasagna. So you get any kind of spaghetti sauce that you want to use or pasta sauce. So this is 4 pounds of sauce. Each bottle has 2 pounds. We're gonna use 1 pack of lasagna pasta, and we're gonna use 2 pounds of cheese. I like to use Oaxaca cheese. It's Oaxaca cheese. It's yeah, we use 2 pounds of cheese. So you could use whatever cheese you like. I like to use this cheese, and this is what we're gonna use, 2 pounds of this cheese. So we're gonna get started. We're gonna make lasagna, my recipe. So we're adding pepper, like half of a teaspoon of pepper. And then we're adding our salt, a teaspoon of salt. And then we're adding salt to our water. We already added like half of a teaspoon of olive oil. And in this water, we're just gonna dunk our lasagna pasta, but we're not gonna let it stay there for a long time. We're just gonna, what we wanna do, we just wanna soften our lasagna pasta just a little bit before we put it in the casserole. So I cut them in half, and I just throw them in there just a little bit. I don't let them in there for a long time, just about a minute, and then I take them out. So see, we have our ground beef cooking. And now our lasagna, our lasagna pasta, we're just gonna turn it over. And we just leave it in here for about a minute. And then we're gonna take it out to put our lasagna casserole. So we're gonna shred all our cheese while our beef is cooking and our lasagna pasta. Like I said, we're only gonna leave it in there for like a minute, and then we take it out, and then we put more in it until we do the whole box. So we remove all the excess oil from our ground beef, and now we're gonna start making our lasagna. So we're gonna get a pan, and here we have all our cheese, and we have our pan, and we have our pasta, and we have our two jars of the 2 jars of tomato pasta sauce. So I'm gonna add non-stick spray to the bottom of our pan. So we put a layer of pasta sauce, and then we put our pasta noodles, and then we put ground beef, and then we put cheese. And then we did a second layer, and we put pasta, and then we put ground beef, and then we put pasta sauce, and then we put half of it, we're gonna put little squares of hot link. So we got 4 hot links. We cut them, we diced them into little square, and we cooked them. And we're gonna put hot links on half of our lasagna. So we're gonna continue with the next layer. So far it's gonna have 3 layers. So we're gonna put our pasta. So here we have our pasta that we put in the boiling water for only like two minutes on each side, and then we took them out. I like to cut them in half because it makes it easier for me. So see, we're making our 3rd layer of pasta. Here we go. And this we just have little pieces that we broke off. So there we go. It doesn't matter, it still has enough. So now we're gonna add our ground beef. So in this lasagna, I'm adding hot links to half of it only. The other half is for the kids. They don't like the hot links, so I diced them into little pieces and I cooked them. And I took all the excess oil out of them. And we're gonna add them to give our lasagna a little kick. So now we're gonna add cheese. And this is Oaxaca cheese that I use. It's like skim milk. It's kind of like the string cheese milk that you get for the kids for the snack. But this is Oaxaca cheese. And I get it from the Mexican store where they have the meat. You just I asked the butcher for 2 pounds of Oaxaca cheese. So we're gonna put all our cheese in here. And then we're gonna add the rest of our pasta sauce. So this is our last layer. And we wanna make sure that it has enough our pasta sauce. So we're gonna add it. And this is and here's our lasagna. I'm just gonna add a little bit of Parmesan cheese on top, and then we're gonna cover it. So now we're adding Parmesan cheese to the top of our lasagna. And now we're gonna cook it. We preheated our oven at 375. So 375 is been preheated for 1 hour. And we're gonna cook our lasagna for 1 hour. So there we go, we closed our lasagna. So our lasagna's been cooking for 45 minutes. So it still has 15 minutes to go. So when it has like 10 minutes to go, we're gonna uncover it so we could brown the top of our lasagna. But it looks delicious. It's almost done. So see, we already took out our lasagna from the oven and we cooked it for exactly 1 hour. And it's good to go. We're gonna let it sit here and cool down for about 4 minutes, and then we're gonna serve ourselves some. And then we did garlic bread and cheese bread. So now we're gonna try out our lasagna. It's delicious. Thank you for coming to my channel. Hope you like my recipe.